All right, for all you legal professionals and aspiring advocates in Telangana, listen up. This is a big one. We're about to walk you through the official notification for the Assistant Public Prosecutor recruitment, and we're going to break it all down step by step. So, let's get right to it. The number everyone's been waiting for. The Telangana State-Level Police Recruitment Board has officially announced 118 vacancies for the post of Assistant Public Prosecutor.
That's right, 118 opportunities to land a really prestigious role in the Telangana State Prosecution Service. So you've got to ask yourself, could one of these spots have your name on it? Let's dig into the details and find out.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with why this is such a major opportunity. Then we'll break down those vacancies, figure out if you're eligible, walk through the online application, dissect the exam, and finish up with some really crucial warnings you can't afford to ignore. First things first, let's just appreciate what this role is all about. We're talking about Assistant Public Prosecutors, Category 6. This is a significant, well-respected position where you're literally representing the state in criminal court. It's a huge deal. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Where exactly are these 118 jobs and how are they divided up? Let's take a closer look at the numbers. So the posts are split geographically into two multi-zones. You've got 50 spots in multi-zone I and a few more, 68, over in multi-zone 2. You'll definitely want to check the official notification to see which districts fall under your zone. Now, looking at how they're recruiting, the vast majority, 95 positions, are for direct recruitment. That means they're open to all eligible candidates. The other 23 are for what's called limited recruitment, which is basically to clear out some backlog vacancies from previous years. Okay, now for what is probably the most important section for you personally, the big question. Are you eligible to apply? It all comes down to 3 core pillars you absolutely have to satisfy. And these pillars are completely non-negotiable. It boils down to your age, your education, and your professional experience. Let's tick them off one by one so you know exactly where you stand. Now pay close attention to this, because this is a game changer. The base upper age limit is 34, right? But thanks to a special government order, there's a massive 12-year relaxation for this specific recruitment. That bumps the upper age limit all the way up to 46 for the general category. When it comes to education, it's pretty straightforward. You need 2 things: a bachelor's degree in any subject, it doesn't matter which, and of course, a bachelor's degree in law. If you did one of those 5-year integrated law courses, you're golden. That counts too. And here is a really, really important detail on experience. You can't just be an advocate. The notification is super specific. You need at least 3 years of active practice, and it has to be in the criminal courts located in Telangana state. That's a key qualifier. So, if you've ticked off all those boxes, age, education, and that specific experience, then congratulations, that's awesome. But now comes the next hurdle, the online application itself. Let's see how to do it right. You have got to follow these 4 steps to the letter. First, you register with your mobile number. Second, you pay the fee. Now this 3rd step is where people mess up. You have to go back to the website to actually fill out and submit the form. Paying the fee is not the end. Finally, upload your documents and download that final PDF for your records. And here's a little pro tip. Get digital copies of all these documents ready before you even start. You'll need your birth proof, degree certificates, bar enrollment, and that super important 3-year practice certificate. Oh, and if you're applying under a reservation, make sure your community or EWS certificate is recent. It has to be dated after April 1st, 2025. Okay, application's in. Now let's talk about the main event, the real test. The whole selection process really hinges on this 2-paper written exam. Think of it this way. Paper I is all about what you know. It's a multiple choice test on all the different legal acts. Paper 2, on the other hand, is about what you can do. It's a descriptive paper that tests your real-world pleading and drafting skills. Each one is worth 200 marks. And you need to be super careful with paper A. There's negative marking. For every single wrong answer, they will dock you 25% of the mark for that question. So, random guessing, probably not a great strategy here. And just passing isn't enough. You have to hit these minimum qualifying scores to even stay in the running. That's 40% for the open and EWS categories, 35% for BCs, and 30% for SCs, STs, and OH. And the most crucial part? You have to hit this minimum in each paper separately. If you clear one but not the other, you're out. Okay, we're in the home stretch now. Let's wrap up with some crucial rules straight from the notification. Think of this as the fine print that you absolutely cannot afford to skip over. So, what's the big takeaway here? Be honest, be careful, and double check everything you submit. Your application is considered provisional all the way to the end, which basically means any mistake, any false information, or even an incomplete form can get you disqualified immediately.
Because at the end of the day, after all the forms, all the rules, and clearing both papers, it all comes down to one simple thing: your total combined score out of 400. This is a pure merit-based selection. Highest scores win, that's it.
So, there you have it. We've laid out the entire roadmap for you, from the number of vacancies to the exam details and all the critical rules. We've given you all the information you need. Now, the only question left is, are you ready to take that next step?